All right, we all have audio now. So, I don't know what to talk about. Anybody have any? We were talking about NDAs, but obviously
We can't talk about NDAs.
By their very nature, you sort of eliminated
Yeah,
that as a
exactly.
conversation. What have you signed down NDAs for? Can't tell you.
Three of us. I can say three of us have signed NDAs in our life. At the very least, three. I think.
Yeah.
Evan, did you say you had as well?
I don't think so. No.
Technically, well, what is HIPAA but one giant NDA? Like, really?
Well, I mean, kinda. I can still talk about it, but I can't talk about it in
Specific.
You can't say name. You can't tell people sort of names and things like that.
Like I can say I had a patient that broke his leg last night that I admitted. That's not like a lot of people break their legs. What do you want from me?
Yeah, that's not personally identifiable.
Now, if I talk about how he broke his leg, where he lived, like, yeah, that becomes a little more identifiable.
Address, phone number, social security number. You know.
No, you're not gonna kill him.
You break your leg in a really, really stupid way, and I talk about it. That's that can be identifiable even if I don't name you.
Yeah, but
Was
no,
it in a really stupid way? Was it in a really stupid way?
No.
Most people break their legs
Exactly.
slipping in the shower, which to me is a
well-
stupid way, but
Yep, one of
no.
those.
The fun story I have is I had a situation that I could not talk about under any circumstance, to the point that it actually cost me a job interview.
Oh,
ouch.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
need to know what you did in this job. Well, I'm sorry, legally I can't say. Well, then screw you.
Well, it was more like I legally cannot tell you why I can't make it to the job interview.
Then we legally cannot hire you.
That. Speaking
Oh no,
of
I asked
jobs,
to reschedule, but they wouldn't, because they were like, well, if you can't tell us, then yeah. Anyway, carry on.
I was gonna say, speaking of jobs, the job market sucks, everybody.
Just
Job
get
market's
a
always been bad.
get a license in a field. That's good.
That involves me being able to go to school, which I can't.
Well, I'm sorry, can't help you.
Yeah, no.
I would say there's always truck driving, but don't do it.
I don't think we need two people on here just rattling off the intricacies of trucking.
Trucker
Well,
lore.
like, don't get me wrong. A couple of years, like a short time ago, it would have been fine, but not anymore. Now it's just nightmare.
On that note, let's go ahead and roll that footage.
Only recently hatched, he's still rather large, about 17 feet long from snout to tail.
I'll be handling a lot of the diplomatic affairs.
There's nothing worth fighting them here over for, anyways. Nothing of physical value, at least.
I'm really hoping there's going to be some money here, because if not, there's only going to be 3.
But we're gonna cut this out because this is where the intro is gonna go. Blah 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 blah. Overly excited dragon.
Is here with a recap. So we have arrived finally at our destination. Where this is, I don't know. I don't know what the city's called, but we're in a city, kind of in a ruin though, kind of run down. I don't think anybody's living here. Doesn't seem like it, but people could live here. There's a lot of buildings. It's a really big building. Which is where we decided to go, because that seems like the best place to find whatever power source we're looking for. Kind of hard to get in though. It had a big door, but it wouldn't open. We couldn't figure out. I wanted to like claw it open, but he said like, you probably shouldn't. We might make people mad. Know about that. If there's no people here to make mad, then what's the problem? But we went in through the roof, tried to be sneaky about it. It's really big inside. Buildings inside buildings. Like what? Why? Found some glowy stuff. Don't know what that is, but it's stuff. I wasn't allowed to touch it. They wouldn't let me touch it. And then we met a robot, I guess. His name was... What was his name? His name was Monitor. No, that was his name? That was his title. Monitor 34. Spark. That was his name. Yes. You know, Spark 34. Everyone's favorite. So he wants us to fix the place up for reasons that he errors all over us about. So we're kind of going along with it just to see what's going on. I don't know what the ultimate plan is, but we'll see when we get there.
And on that note, you have been taken into the main facility building, as it were. This is essentially the master control room. The anywhere of excess of 20 computers, all disabled currently, with the exception of 2 at the far end of the room. They seem to still be functional, but the vast majorities of these are turned off. Mainframe has been corrupted. Limited information available on the terminals. And this entire time, there's like no eyes on this thing, so it can't even tell where the speakers are. So it you know, there's no point in making eye contact. You could probably tell it doesn't have any visual sensors either.
Make orb contact. So, how do these work? Gesturing to the computers.
Have you not used a terminal before?
I haven't. I'm learning.
He's a student intern. I'm gonna take a look and see what I can do.
Very archaic system, but it is meant to be user friendly, easy enough to maneuver through. Most of the selections are currently grayed out. The help section is currently available, as well as auxiliary power offline being selectable.
Okay, I'm going to, I guess, look for a status option. You know, use the arrow keys, highlight the green part, and click it, and hope it doesn't just automatically turn everything on. You know.
In our Discord, I just posted what the 3 look like. The one with the blue domes is what Monitor looks like.
Yeah.
That's the wrong Discord.
Discord are you on?
We don't need to know.
You know what? I don't want to advertise for for a VTuber, so.
So, so you're clicking on the auxiliary power offline? That's what that sounded like?
Yeah, I guess just tap
Do
it,
not
see if it
Click
maybe
offline. We need it online.
Right, we need it online, but I'm hoping it tells me why it's offline. You know,
It says it's offline, so if it clicks it, maybe it'll turn online.
It does
Well,
just
I'm hoping-
say error.
Thank you.
Power couplings disabled.
Okay.
And that's the only
Moment.
error it gives.
I'm gonna try to address the drones. Monitor the power couplings. Where are they for the secondary power?
They are in the adjacent dome-shaped building. And then it kind of hovers to a door. Unfortunately, this door only operates on secondary power. We are currently running on tertiary power.
Is there
We have
no
to get
alternative
into the building.
route?
Sorry, go ahead.
Is there an alternative route?
Negative. Doors inside these facilities run all on secondary power. This has caused numerous issues for my maintenance bots.
Why didn't you
Go on,
break the
make a
door
stupid
down?
decision.
These doors are... Hold on.
Error.
Error.
These doors are
Toddler
error.
error.
Got it.
Toddler error.
Error, child program initiated.
Oh, no.
It's okay. Last episode we had the cat interrupting us, so this is pretty par for the course.
Oh, this will just be cut.
We'll be right back.
Intermission. Do 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 do.
Play elevator music.
Oh, I'm back. What was the last question? Yes. These doors are capable of withstanding 2 tons of force.
That's it.
My maintenance drones can only exert roughly 100 pounds of force. I currently only have 3 maintenance drones currently active.
Is
Yeah,
it
we're
possible
gonna have to-
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say we're gonna have to update the sarcasm protocols when we. Anyway, continue with your question.
Is it possible to manually power the door?
The door can be forced open with enough force, but again, I have no ability to generate that much force.
The door is powered by
Secondary.
Yeah.
Is there a
What if we
way to just plug in the? If we were to generate electricity, could we open the door?
Secondary power would need to be recoupled.
Okay, fine.
Tertiary power operates auxiliary lights, maintenance drones, and myself. Secondary power activates doors, powers, error. That was honestly me just going. I was trying to think of how to phrase it properly.
No,
It
you're fine.
makes it brighter in here. Activates
illumination protocols.
major illumination protocols.
Big ass lights. Got it.
Secondary power also activates the ignition for main power.
Mm.
Is your main power stable enough to be activated? Not, you probably have to run diagnostics.
Diagnostics are tied to secondary power.
Everything's tied to secondary power, yes.
Is there a vent that leads to the power couplings? Any
I have a
other
better-
non-standard?
I was gonna say, is it possible we could dedicate some tertiary power strictly to this one door?
I do not have the capabilities of doing so. If you have the capabilities of doing so, that is an option.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe repair the door, find a way to hook up. Show us access to a tertiary power outlet.
It floats about 15 feet away to what's a oversized
It's a
junction
USB board, I
box.
swear. Yeah. So there's the door. There's the box. Maybe we can hotwire this thing. You know, like that time you had to boost the car, Leo?
I mean, call me cynical, but this thing seems like it needs more than a couple of wires and an old screwdriver to get it going.
I can make
But what do I
a
know?
bad decision and try to use bolt to power it, but I don't know how effective that's going to be.
I can
Yeah, I'm
try and force it open.
Yeah, can we? Is there a way to try and sort of essentially do to essentially boost it?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The two options, physical or boosting it. Spark, we may have to run a physical bypass on this door. Is there a security system that we need to disable first?
Security is tied to secondary power.
Secondary power. Yeah, I'm starting to pick up what's going on here.
Basically, a lot of the maintenance and that type of stuff is all tied to secondary power, which is also how you kick on the generators to be able to start up main power.
Right, I tracked that. It's just my initial thought was maybe we could jump just this door to make it open. All right, well, if the security is disabled, screw it, Asher. Let's...
Barely
Sorry.
enough room
4?
if you wish to shift back.
I don't need to shift
I mean,
back. My
you
stats
know,
are unchanged.
Okay,
Well,
fair enough.
we'll try. I was gonna say we can always try Gavin's character's way.
Try the ways first.
Alternatively, rules question, interpretation question, right?
Mhm.
I have elemental manipulation. Does metal count under earth?
Yeah,
Is it
metal
the-
is classified as tertiary, I believe, a tertiary element. Or is it secondary? It's either secondary or tertiary, I forget.
I don't know. It's your elemental system. How what does the chart look like?
No, like
Periodic
What's
table.
the feng shui of the door work here?
It's the periodic table. That's
What
the chart.
cardinal direction is the door facing? This is important. Feng shui is helpful here.
no, it is not. No, what I'm trying to lean towards is if it's just all elements, then yes. If it's primary elements, then no. It depends on the
Okay.
wording of it.
I mean, it gets so it's 4 traditional, so air, earth, fire, and water. So maybe not helpful.
Yeah, no. It basically it's too specific of a
Yeah,
mineral.
substance.
Yeah, substance.
Never mind then. I can only shoot electricity at it and see if it does anything. Sorry, folks.
Sorry, no metal
And
bending
with-
for you.
And with no way to interface with it once we power it, you know, you would just be shooting metal at an electric door. You'd fry the circuit before we could push a button.
We may
Well-
just have to pry it open.
The monitor person could interface with it, yes? So what if he powers the junction box, which powers the door, and then the monitor opens the door?
Fine.
The
Sorry.
the junction box is tertiary power because Vance asked about hot wiring the door into tertiary power.
Yeah, just this one door. I don't see it
Yeah.
frying everything.
Anyone have a really big crowbar?
If I
No,
said
yeah.
yes,
I love how I just give a small little thing, and now we have 16 different options that everybody's thought of how to deal with one door. Guys, come on.
It's a door.
The bane of every single role-playing group is a door. Give us a door.
It's the
and we'll
elvish
struggle
riddle.
for hours.
Have you not? Have you
Final
not,
boss.
I have dared to present my players with a door that is just a door. No traps, no nothing, and they can't.
Oh, tip for GMs: if you ever want to really distract your players, just give them a completely arbitrary object in a room. Say you're in a room. Yada yada yada.
It's not that it's
Good
just
lines.
a door. It's a door in a highly sensitive control room full of delicate electronic equipment. We can't just start bashing the door down willy nilly here.
I'm gonna start bashing the door down pretty soon.
Give me that
I'm
athletics.
Before Asher's like, hold on, one last thing. I'm going to attempt to hotwire this with a, I'm going to try to hotwire the door with the cable and,
Minus
Splice
2
it, whatever.
repair, please.
Can I assist on that? Oh, I don't have repair, but I can attempt an assist.
If you wish to attempt an
Unskilled.
assist.
It's an
wait.
unskilled. I don't know if I can deliver anything.
I lend you my D4.
okay. So that's going to be GM fiat, how
Oh,
that
I forgot
works.
to put the -2.
That's still a success.
Okay.
Before.
So you add +1 to your roll for every success.
So then that's a 4 instead of a 3. I rolled a 3. So
Yeah, that would be +1.
yeah. Nice.
It works, but you can tell it's probably only going to work once, and as the door creaks open, all the lights in the room begin to flicker.
Is there a metal box or anything? Something we can jam in the door
Yeah.
to keep it open?
if only we had some metallic object we could jam in there. Everyone suspiciously eyeballs Spark. No.
Oh, we need him. He's helpful.
One of his side bots.
No,
They're the size of your
no.
forearm.
I could squeeze through with, yeah.
I joke.
this-
I'm sure we've got some chunk of metal, a door, something we could jam in there.
And I
Will
think
it stay open if it's unpowered?
That's a good question.
It reaches
no.
up, and I mean, it's not like trying to close on you now that it's opened.
Okay, well then, let's just go through the door then and just move on with our lives.
I go through the door, yes.
go through the door. Yes. Forget this ever
As-
happened.
As
And we
the door
find
goes
a
up,
second door.
There's another door.
And
it was double.
as-
It was a set of double doors.
As soon as those doors open, those 3 drones that accompanied Spark immediately begin to work.
Stabbing us, or
Oh, they're fixing.
Anybody that decides to attempt to assist them gets a +1 to their roll as they begin to do maintenance, essentially.
are you kidding? Assist the unpaid help? No, they're good.
That's their job.
They're maintenance,
Yeah.
they're not repair.
Okay, then let them maintain.
I will help the robots.
I don't know how to help the robots.
I will help the robots.
Maintenance
I didn't
droids, run a
You gotta-
verbal command list of the tasks you're performing to allow our unpaid intern to learn how things are done.
Help the robots, please.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yax, you hear a loud hissing sound and
Mating call.
metal clamping against metal, and then everything illuminates up. The room gets about 3 times brighter. You can still see out. This one does have windows, so you can see out into the area. Some of the robots that you had noticed laying on the one robot you had noticed laying on the ground has lifted itself up and is now moving as well. 3-4 pops back into the room. Excellent. Secondary power is stable. 1 second, and it moves over to one of the computers in the main room and links itself in. Updating system. Warning. Security is now online. Please avoid main reactor area, as main reactor area is currently outfitted with 4 Class 2 and 1 Class 6 security mechanism.
Can't it identify our maintenance crew as friendly?
Yeah, I thought we were friends.
Error. You lack
Of course.
the needed security software.
Software. Don't you mean? You know what? Don't worry about it. Where could we get this? Where could we get this?
I can generate the software. However, that in lies another problem.
Oh, here we go. Now it's going to try to eat us, isn't it?
Yeah, well,
The system tied to generation of security codes requires primary power.
Primary power is the main reactor, I presume.
Main reactor system interface. And you can at this point it just turns at you. It doesn't even say anything. You can also tell it has lost somewhat of the robotic tin to its voice, and the robotic cadence is slowly starting to go away as well. And it turns as if just to look at you, as if for you to infer what it is meaning.
No, I got nothing. The stuttering just kind of threw me off.
We can't get the security codes. The power needs to be turned on.
Yeah, no, I got that part. I thought there was something else to infer. Sorry.
Inference seems to be in error. Inference transmission is to activate main power. You need to interface with main reactor at main reactor site.
Which is guarded by the bots.
Correct. Affirmative.
Don't suppose y'all could, No, let's not ask that question.
You also do not seem to be equipped to deal with a Class 6 combat bot.
No, not really. They told us this was a routine maintenance trip. You know, get in, get the station going, get some coffee, head out.
Noticing.
Is there any...
Correcting errors within chronometer. You cannot have been sent by maintenance teams. Maintenance teams likely deceased at this point.
I do not believe we can lie to it anymore.
Oh, well, you know, we picked up some company files from a while back. But yes, it has been a while.
We're their replacements, if you
You are what is available, and it will have to suffice. You will have to find ways to deal with Class 2 and Class 6.
Can you give me a rundown? What's a Class 6?
GM, is this a beholder? Is this an illithid?
That's
What are
basically-
we dealing with here.
Yes, and
We
that's
just
perfect.
crack open the monster manual.
No, you won't
Yeah.
find these in the monster manual because I hand created these.
Oh no, we're dead.
Class 6 is what the dragon needs to fight.
Class 2 are known as anti-personnel. They come equipped with an XO-07 particle beam rifle capable of atomic disintegration. They also
At least it's quick.
They also are equipped with vibro blade technology in their gauntlets. Class 6 is similarly outfitted. However, it is roughly 4 times the size of the Class 2, and instead of a beam rifle, it has a particle beam cannon, as well as energy shielding.
Oh.
Can
Would
you
the
turn them off?
Is there a way to turn them off? Or do they reassemble themselves if we were to forcefully deactivate themselves? Would they be repairable?
They will be repairable by my repair bots. However, I will make sure my repair bots do not repair them until such a time that you are in a safe distance.
How big are they?
Class 2 are human-sized. Class 6 is roughly it's size 4. So
I have an idea.
So, I mean, I'm reading your idea. I know where this is going. I know. I understand. I get it. I do. We all want to go have some fun, play with the bots, maybe rip and tear a little bit. Like I understand this. Did you miss the whole antimatter disintegration part?
No, I heard that. But I have a different idea. See, they're tied to secondary power, yes, and we need to use the secondary power to charge the primary and all that. I understand all that. So, what if we turned off secondary power, they power down, we move them somewhere else, then we turn it back on?
They're likely just going to recorrect and come back.
I assume the bots have their own power source, like they're charging right now. So,
Yeah, they probably have a battery.
Yeah, they're all. Yeah, I think they're on. They're operational, but
It's only been a minute? How long do they take to charge?
Spark.
Old world tech is a lot better than anything you saw so far.
they probably had backup power. The point being,
Question
for me?
Yeah, well, Spark is the. Is security operational?
Currently, this facility is on lockdown. Facility entered lockdown due to cataclysmic event rupturing main power. Main power was then reduced to secondary to stop reactor from going critical. Auxiliary power was then initiated to further power down the unit safely.
Right.
I'm sensing no damage remaining to main reactor, so main reactor is now safe to turn on. Repair bots used all primary power sources to repair reactor before secondary power was eliminated.
well, you say that we're not equipped to handle the Class 6. Do you think we're equipped to handle the 2 Class 4s if the Class 6 wasn't a problem?
I am unaware of your combat capabilities.
That's
Also,
fair.
I do not have any information on, and then it starts to float around, Yax. I have no information on this being. You seem to be standard human. Begins to circle around Leo. Augmented human, both cybernetic and biological. Probably more advanced than class 2. But that is just a hypothesis.
So Asher takes the giant robot and we take out the two smaller ones then.
4. Your
That
serpent,
changes things.
your serpent counterpart is accurate. There are 4 class 2s.
Oh. Outmanned, outgunned.
But not outskilled, hopefully.
Come on, Nick.
Provided we
wrong.
go in quickly, I can help shield us from fire. Well,
Hit hard, hit fast.
and the shielding that
Tell
the
me,
serpent
tell me-
provides is temporary,
tell me,
but as long
Vance.
as it's quick.
tell me, Vance, you're not afraid of a little getting the blood pumping.
You mistake fear with caution.
Oh, I think caution is. It's a bit of a change, and it's probably that thing of you seen.
I just
seen this
look.
on
Yeah,
video
I look at
before.
his eye. I'm like, oh no, not
the
you
purple,
too.
the purple eyes, like occasionally, like just like flash up a little bit red as the LEDs and then begin to change. It's the
It's not caution. It's the fact that you get to dampen your pain if you get shot. I don't.
Don't get shot.
That's the plan.
And what are you complaining about?
The plan is not to
Because
get
that's
shot
only a
with
plan.
the plan is not to get
Dennis.
shot with particle beams that can disintegrate in an atomic level.
don't get shot with a particle
we-
beam, and don't be so afraid to feel a little bit alive.
Well, are there other You can pick up a particle beam and shoot it at them. Are there other particle beams here for him?
Have
Looking
you
at-
seen? You know what? Don't answer that question about seeing me shoot, because the 2 times you've seen me shoot, I've gotten lucky.
Oh, if we can get particle beams.
You may be able to extricate them from the class 2s. I'm not sure if you will be able to interface with them properly.
This
Oh, don't worry.
man would strap it to his shoulders as cannons if he could.
I know a guy.
Don't agree with me.
I know
All
a guy
right,
who
let's
would
do
for
this.
me.
My maintenance
I'll,
drones will make sure that the system's turrets do not come online as well.
Unless we could point them at the bots.
Friend and foe detector are too advanced for
Main
reconfiguration.
power, it's okay. That's all you had to say.
Put them on manual mode and someone else fires them?
Manual mode, not possible.
Yeah, triggers on the inside. All right, look, I'll give you guys. You guys will get a couple of shots, but I'm gonna be deflecting this time. I'll play defense, give Leo some shots. Yax, you want to shield too until we get close enough? Yax, riot shields. I buckler shield. Leo shoots. Asher, big guy.
Guy. I get the big
As
guy.
long as we all are grouped up before we break in, I can cast deflection on everyone.
That'll just make me
Sounds
disintegrate slower, but okay.
Sounds
Hey,
like a
slower
plan.
is better than not slower.
Disintegrate. You know what? Never mind. Let's just go.
All right.
Vance does not get a battle high. This is so.
So, this is a first time for everything. We're going to do a little transition here as the team follows monitor 34, out and down the steps to the left of the building, your right as you're coming out of it, down a secondary set of stairs, overlooking, you can now see a massive power supply. And it's at this point I will do this.
Activate. Ooh, a map.
It's a map. It's a map. Okay.
You can see the massive power supply floating over what appears to be a coolant tank.
I see a glowy thing.
It has one massive
there we
red
go.
light, still circling.
Ooh, I don't see a whole lot.
Yes,
Oh, that's very cool.
the maintenance drones immediately fly off. Please be careful. I would not like to have to wait for another indeterminate amount of time for more people to come and repair. And then monitor disappears.
Okay. I
And it's at
assume.
this
Okay.
point, hold on.
Yeah. I just have a couple of things to clear before.
Begin
Clear up before we
combat.
start.
Oh, hold on.
Would I theoretically cast stuff before we like turned the corner and saw the bots, or do you want to do it in combat?
Say what?
If you want to know if you
I
can cast before
theoretically,
combat,
like, can I cast my buff before
Any
combat, or
pre-buff?
do you want to?
Hold on. I'm
Can we
actually
pre-buff outside the fog wall? Like,
I'm actually not being allowed to highlight anything, so one moment.
he's lost admin privileges.
Apparently,
What tool are you using?
I've tried multiple tools, so give me one moment.
Token controls, the square box.
Yeah, I've tried that. It doesn't let me even click on them.
Hold shift and left click.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
What is it you're trying
Refresh.
I'm refreshing right now. There we go. That was weird.
I think we can all just roll our own initiative. Yeah, we can just toggle combat state. But there you go.
Well, it's not. You don't roll initiative in this.
Flip initiative. Okay.
Draw your cards.
Okay, so I gotta remember how to do it. Let's go ahead and junk this combat encounter because I think I messed that up. Okay, new combat encounter. And then there we go.
Why does this initiative order not surprise me in the slightest?
Well, we haven't. It has not. Drawing has not been done yet.
Oh, okay.
I think there's just an ABC order. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I was looking at that initiative and I was just like, man.
Oh, no.
The two defenders, right? Yeah.
Yep. We just get vaporized turn one. So we
I
all
find
should have
that
one Benny,
incredibly
correct?
hard to believe. What? I have like the hesitant trait. Oh, I pulled a Joker.
Oh,
Yeah,
can
you
I
pulled a
read-
Joker. That means it does not matter.
hold on.
So you can choose when you want to go.
Also,
One penny?
I
Where'd
need-
the rest of my pennies go?
Suede.
What's up?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask about half an hour ago. How many bennies are we supposed to have?
You
Should have 3. I only have 1.
Yeah.
It doesn't auto reset them if you spent them like
Yes.
last
Yeah,
session, not like last session, but like the other
Okay.
week.
Can I just
You
put
have
them up to 3?
Put yourself up to 3.
Yeah, you gotta always put it up to 3. Well, you should be up to 4 because everybody gets a
4.
penny.
I'm at 3
Yeah.
because I spent 1, but yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
So, would you like to go first, Yax?
I would like
hold
to
on, I
buff my
I think. Do I have the thing to re-roll? Because I've got quick. Hold on. Yeah, whenever you're down an action card of 5 or lower, I can make discard it and draw again until I get a card higher than 5.
Hold on. Okay, yeah, it says you may, so that's why it's not automatically doing it. Would you like me to?
Okay.
Would you like
Yes,
to?
please. Yes.
Okay. That is for Leo. You got an 8.
Yep, that's a bit better. I'll take it, yeah.
That'll work.
All right, so Yax,
Hello, I would like to buff people.
you get a +2 to whatever you do this turn.
Oh, really? Oh, wow, that's great.
Thought you
So,
pre-buffed us.
Well, I mean, I guess at this point it doesn't matter because I can do it turn 1 anyways, so whatever. So yes, I'm going to cast Deflection, and modify it with the additional recipients. So it's going to be at a +3. So this is very expensive. This is 6 power points. So I really hope I don't fail it. Because if I do, it's going to be a little hard on the old economy. The
And your
economy
head
will
explodes. Don't forget that.
Oh yeah. Well, no. This is a miracle, so it's not a psyker skill. So my head will not explode. It's okay. We're good.
Oh, okay.
So now, wait, if I roll it 3 and it's modifier of 2, you said?
Yes, +2 to everything you do.
Okay. I sure hope this rolls correctly.
Ooh. You got a lot of faith in yourself.
All right.
That's a 19.
Oh wait, no. Okay, the Joker already defaulted added, so never mind. Ignore that +2. It's a 17.
17.
Okay, that's
Unchanged.
still a raise.
Yeah. So
Couple of raises.
Well, it only changes. It only buffs with 1 raise. So yeah, everybody gets a -4 to get hit.
Okay, so how do we
As I'm going to, I conjure my new network of floating little scales that will now orbit everyone to block attacks.
Sorry, let me rephrase that. How do we on our character sheets?
Ian just rolls at a -4 to
Yeah.
hit you.
Okay.
That's me thing, which is
Gotcha.
now my turn.
Opposed must subtract 4 from attack rolls directed at users.
So remember, you can advance the turn on your
Oh,
little.
yes. We're. Oh, hold on, I have to open that again.
Remember to open up your Argon Combat HUD.
The purple button.
Yep.
Where's the intern button? Am I blind? Am I stupid?
Left side of the screen, purple button.
Yeah. So
Oh,
you're
you're-
on your token controls.
You might have to refresh or something.
Well, I have the combat HUD open, but
Oh yeah, then you're fine.
No, I mean sometimes it doesn't show end turn.
let me just refresh.
I mean, I'll go ahead and just hit the.
Just hit enter.
Just end it.
Okay, there we go. I got it fixed. All right. So it is now this guy's turn.
Oh, it probably didn't even think it was my turn because I had a Joker.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Vance. You're
bear
being
with me, I'm having to
targeted.
reload. I have my shield up. I'm loading in, so
Yeah, so let me go ahead and pull up.
okay, that's so much better.
So that would be a -4. And then for shooting, does your shield also give a bonus?
Yes, I mean it's a shield. Let me. Sorry, bear with me. It's just cover. It counts as cover, but it's currently active.
Yeah.
So
All right, I'm gonna
should just work.
gonna just go ahead and roll shooting.
So cover is a further negative, right?
Yeah, basically, it
It
gives me
misses.
parry and toughness. I think.
I missed. Got it.
All right, it is now your turn, Vance.
Oh, well, you know, it shot at me. First into battle gives me extra movement, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I added these abilities. That's the thing that gets me. Like, I could have sworn I added them in here somewhere. So, yeah, it says no description available. I could have sworn I added a description. So, I don't know. Anyway, that's 5 pace.
Yep.
That should be enough, right?
That's melee range.
That's the point. So, legally distinct psionic blade coming out as soon as I find it. I know it's on the HUD. Bear with me.
It's above your picture. There's the little armory options.
Yeah.
Bottom left.
No bonuses, I assume, just flat.
No, this is just flat.
Ouch. Well, we're starting off the bennies early today.
You're gonna re-roll that?
Yeah.
That's a bit better.
Much better.
Yeah.
Roll your damage.
Also, oh, I didn't even think about this. Never mind. Where is my damage?
Oh, you just roll NPC hits.
In the chat?
There
Yeah.
we go. There we go.
Oh, nice.
That is 1 dead robot.
Nice.
Okay, and then I'm going to use. I think this is an instant action for boost trait because I'm using it on myself.
That would have had to have been
Okay.
done adding -2 penalty
Early.
for the multi-action.
Yeah.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
So I'll just wait till next
Declare
time.
ahead of time you're doing 2 actions.
Gotcha. That's no problem.
All right, end your turn.
I would love to. There it is.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yax, he's got line of sight to you.
It's okay. Have faith in the serpent.
We're just gonna watch Yax get deleted.
Still a -4.
Oh, he sucks.
Negative. It missed.
He kills himself.
1,
Oh, good.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me just confirm. Yeah, it has 6
See
pace.
where he is. It's okay. He's not real.
I don't know where he is.
Leo,
Okay, I am going to move. Is it 1 pace per square, right? Or is that
Yes.
on a diagonal? Is that on a diagonal as well, or is that?
yeah, that's also on a diagonal in this system.
Okay, so I'm going to go 1, 2, flank up to here, and got line of sight on this guy.
You
Got a
kinda-
target.
So, since you're kind of standing there, you can see past this barrier now and look down, and that you do see that's where the massive bot
Oh,
is.
yes, I can see him. Yeah.
You
Okay,
can see
so
him now too.
yeah, it's just
You
the,
see a red
Leo's-
laser point in your direction. You're like, oh no, never mind. Pardon me, gentlemen.
The feed goes from purple to that sort of like a fuchsia pink. It's now as soon as I see him, it's now red and oh,
Leo, please don't jump down there.
I got line of sight on this guy. So I don't know, how do I target?
Hover and then hit T. Correct? Josh?
There we go.
yes,
Yeah, I've got
let's
him. So I'm going to take the rifle shot against him.
Okay.
And that's shooting, right?
Yep.
Or
Should just be able to click your attack with whatever gun you're using.
do I?
That
4 is a
on.
hit, though.
click to roll damage. Oh, there it is.
Click the green. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, he's only shaken. Damn it.
Shaken is shaken, though. And if you would like, end your turn.
And he said, but I will shout out of eyes on the big guy. Who's
Good,
ready
because
to
I couldn't
die?
see him from where I was. I assume
Who's
I'm
ready?
back in dragon form now.
If you wish,
Yes.
yes.
Yes,
I would assume.
wish.
Fair enough.
Imagine you're in dragon form.
Yes. Okay. So Leo has yelled out that, so I need to make my way that way. And that's down below. I would like to fly over there because my fly pace is 12.
It also
1, 2, 3,
just,
4, 5, 6. Where exactly would you like to be?
I can't see him anymore. It's shadowed. How do I see him again?
Click on Leo.
I can't.
That doesn't work for me.
Oh.
There was a moment when I could see everything, and then it disappeared. Right next to him, I suppose.
Asher, get behind its cannon.
Oh yeah, I can go behind it. If there's room.
There
No,
you
that's
go.
fine. That'll do.
there's
And then
a
I'm
big hole
gonna,
That's
rake
fine.
it with my claws.
just push him. Just push him in the hole.
I'm gonna rake him with my claws.
So you hover and hit T to bring up his...
Yes.
to target him.
Target him. That one?
Oh, nice.
But I missed.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
less miss, more
You... It
solid
parried.
against its armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is more... this is legit against what a stat called parry. So as
Yeah.
you go to swipe, he brings up the large vibro blade vambrace, just full of these massive metal claws, and he just blocks your claws with it and
Okay.
throws your, hand off to the side.
How dare end my turn.
All right. This guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Targeting Yax again. Because that's what he has line of sight to.
Boy, we're just picking on the snake.
It's okay. I have armor from the gods protect me. They can't hit me. They'll never hit me. Look at that. Look at that. He sucks. He can't hit shit.
I mean, yeah.
-4 is amazing. You can't
It's
hit
really good.
you
Yeah, it
can't.
really is.
I have to admit, I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
And with that, we are moving to the next round of combat. And also
Reroll.
with that, we'll see everybody next time. Thank you all for watching. This is, of course, Rollsborne, playing Savage World Rifts on our campaign, The Price of Hope. Take care, everybody. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.